Holy Father, welcome! Holy Father, welcome! What?
What?
I just... What? Wait a minute. Holy Father! Holy Father, today, Holy Father, this morning, we come to you on bended knee and ask for you to look over us and watch us throughout the morning, making sure we are safe and sound and our energy levels are up so that we can deliver to our audience, to the wonderful Office Hours community and Patreons as well, paying members of the community, welcoming them and also wishing them a great Thursday. What else? This is my impression of a guy in the public bathroom. Maybe it's a large public bathroom. And here he is it's a crowded public bathroom, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind. And there is a bit of a line developing. Mm-hmm. Be right out! Just taking a shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We like to have fun. We like to laugh. I want to welcome my sidekick.
That me?
My sidekick here goes by the name of DJ Doug Pound, my number one sidekick. Didn't I? What's that?
Sounds like a lot of work.
How you doing this morning, Doug?
Good morning, T.
Vic couldn't be here. Oh, wait, he is here. Vic,
Just
my other
waking up.
sidekick over my left, sort of like the devil and the angel over here.
You think?
Good and the bad. Vic, you're the good guy. You're a good guy.
I'm trying to be nicer
Why am I the
these
bad
days,
guy?
and I don't know. If Doug's gonna be the bad guy, I got to be the nice guy.
I want to
guess.
welcome you. I want to welcome producer Matt. And
Thank you.
very special guest is here with us in studio. We'd like to debut the very new, fresh coat of paint, redesigned guest zone. Ladies and gentlemen, Whitmer Thomas is breaking us in.
Good morning, everybody.
Breaking it in.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be the one. It's a true honor.
We are going to make sure that all guests are color-coded with the wall. And so you're starting that tradition now.
I was trying to think of something to wear that I wouldn't regret later, and I regret it.
You do?
Here I am. Yeah.
What do you have underneath? Is it a plain white or is it a
It's a
ironic tee of some kind?
Yeah.
I knew it would be. Copyright violation!
Uh-oh.
Copyright violation! We're gonna get dinged!
But it's fun. It's pretty funny. It's a funny one.
Listen. Every day of my life, I'm forced to add another. I'm sorry, I'm not a great reader. To add another name to the list of people who piss me off. That is so true. Every day somebody gets added to my shit list.
Oh yeah.
Should I take the hat off? I forgot I was wearing it. My hair is a nightmare.
I
right
was
now.
gonna say I was watching you on stage a couple nights ago, and
It's
I was
fucked.
saying that you have dream hair.
No, well, it's too dreamy.
He does have dreams.
No, you
Look,
have the
why
ideal
would I want to look
hair.
like this? Like I'm in what's that band? The grunge band from the
Incubus.
No, come on, they're not
What?
grunge.
Bush?
No,
Silverchair?
Local H.
Alice in Chains.
Oh, Allison.
No, you got the
Lane
ideal.
Staley.
That's the ideal.
This is
hair.
the shit.
Jerry
This is
Cantrell.
so. What I look awful.
Well, maybe. I mean, if you stop doing that, you won't look like that.
You look
I
like
mean,
a
that's
TikToker, like
just
a
something
hot
I would say.
I
TikToker.
think I could do. Do I have a comb? I could do this.
That's cool.
Hi,
That's Connor Oberst.
I know. What, okay, Connor Oberst. That's what I'm going for now.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. What's his deal?
That's not what he sounds like.
Hi, everybody.
Sticks his tongue out for no reason.
Hey, my band's name is Bright Eye. Hey, man. I like music. I like rock music. What does he sound like? You're friends with him?
No, I mean, I don't know him. I'm a big fan. He sounds kind of like just a little guy singing with a little acoustic guitar.
What kind of music is it? I don't even know.
A folk kind of singer-songwriter.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Another one of them. Hey, here I am. Here come Doug comes in this morning. I tell you something big.
Oh,
Doug
geez,
comes
now
in.
what?
No, this is nice. Nothing but compliments today. Doug comes in, goes, "Hey, T, what do you think about them dire Straits?" I go, I'm making sure I'm not walking into a booby trap here. A pun, or B, he's going to say, "How can you like them? They're awful." But he goes, "These guys are the greatest." More or less.
I don't know if I said
No,
that.
but you were like, what, did you listen to some podcast on them or something?
I just been learning about them on a podcast.
Doug goes to Dire Straits University. He's getting his degree in Dire Straits.
There's a good guitar solo in this one.
What happened then is I was in a bad mood. I'll tell you, there's a lot of reasons why.
I straightened you out.
And suddenly Doug
what I
brings
mean?
in this ray of light, and he reminds me quickly how much I love Dire Straits.
Oh yeah.
Love Romeo and Juliet. And Vic steps in a pile of shit when he tells me this, that he's never even heard So Far Away From You, or me.
Did you know that one?
Nope, I
See,
don't know
I'm
it.
not
So
the
far
only one.
away. Come on.
Matt, did you know that one?
Of course. It was
Oh,
a huge
yeah,
hit.
you did.
I walked in and this
far
place
away
was just
from me.
silence and no hi.
So
no one said
far
hi
I
to
just
me, and it
can't
was.
see.
I was like, oh great.
That's right. Yeah,
What
everyone
did I
was
walk
staring
into?
at this wall.
I'm
and
sitting
this
over
seat
here thinking,
here,
what can I say to bring Tim back to life?
Well,
Knopfler came to mind.
The situation was, and you appreciate
It was
this,
very
because you're a guy
dire.
that gets shit done.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh yeah. That's what might have been number one thing people say.
We're gonna get, you kidding me?
don't
You don't
ding.
think,
I'm
they're
putting, like-
dinging? They're
they
digging
can't
this
pick that
shit.
up.
I need this,
Out
so
of-
yeah, I don't want this to get
Okay.
pulled down.
No. Guys, we painted the wall last week. I didn't paint the wall. Somebody painted the wall. Nat didn't paint the wall, I'll tell you that much.
Thank you.
And it's all right. Well, good. Wall's painted, looks nice. Now we got to set the rest of it up. We got to do some set design work here. All right. I say, come on in anytime, all week. You, Matt, and Wes got it ready. Don't worry, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. It gives me one of those lines. Don't worry about it, T. Okay. And then it comes down to we'll come in early. I hate that when people say we're going to come in early and do something. You're not coming in early. Trust me.
I was in 10 minutes early.
And yeah, so 8:30 comes around, nobody's here. 8:40, so they sort of saunter in. Yeah, we got to
So,
do this.
Tim, are you just
And then
sitting here in the
it's
dark?
not automatic. This stupid shit takes a lot of work. Oh my God.
Tim, were you just sitting here by yourself, like at 8 o'clock? Like they're not here yet. Like every minute that
8:30
ticks by,
staring
the
at his
boiling
shoes.
kettle.
And I can't.
just-
There's a couch in here. I would do it myself, but it's a two-man job. So, energy levels, anger was high, energy low. Doug comes in, thank God, by the grace of God, comes in and improves my mood, thanks to Mark Knopfler and whoever else is in that band. We don't know. Talk about a band that doesn't have any other members anyone cares about.
No, controversial lyrics every now and
In
again.
what way?
the guitar
In what
player.
way?
They
The
say
F
some
word,
controversial.
yes,
They have
Like
some
what?
He
hot
drops
takes.
the F word in
brother.
the
Yeah.
Money for Nothing song.
And
all
that-
the
yeah,
time.
that-
Quite
they
a
air
few
that.
times.
Easy
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
everybody.
And
Everybody
he's a-
wants
He
to
says,
chime
and I
in.
quote that little.
This-
Give the guest the
I'll
lane.
let me do it.
He has
Oh
a
yeah,
thought.
Whit, sing the song. Let's hear it.
There's that little guy wearing makeup.
Oh.
He has his own jet engine. He's a millionaire, or something like that.
His own
And
jet.
I
Oh,
think
he says the F word.
They're saying
Yeah.
it though from the perspective.
It's a character.
It's about people making fun of Prince.
It's like the Randy Newman.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm down.
Now
It's-
I heard something about Prince.
Small.
boy.
He's small.
Was he
He
is
like
petite.
purple.
Yeah.
Who was it that? Oh, it was Sinead O'Connor, has said on the record, I think, in her book, that he was very inappropriate with her. Like he more than that. It was more like it was like a hostage. It was like a kidnapping situation with her. So,
More like fingerprints.
Oh.
Jesus Christ! You know what?
That's it.
That's it. I'm done with him. He went on my good side to me.
I don't know.
Don't fire me.
Talk about Dire
I
Straits
appreciate
again.
it. I don't know. We love it all.
I'm gonna
Whitmer
look in the
Thomas, you ever
chat to
think
see how the
about going by?
fingerprints joke worked.
Yes.
You ever think about going by Thomas Whitmer? I think that's not a bad idea.
I tried to change my name, to be honest.
Really?
A year and a half ago. I did.
What
Professionally.
what for?
Because I don't like Whitmer. It's confusing. Everybody
Whitmer.
thinks it's my last name. and I wanted to just be Whit. Professionally.
Well, you can just call yourself Whit.
Yeah, but I was like, I want it Whit on IMDb.
Whit.
And they said, nah, you can't do that.
You ever get a little whistle in there, though? You say,
No, I delivered groceries forever, and people would go...
Forever?
"What?" Yeah, for a long time.
Okay.
People would go, what's your name? And I say, my name's Whit. And they go, what are you, a comedian? 'Cause I'm
Really?
Whit. And
you're witty.
I tell them, yeah. Come to UCB.
Yeah, guess what? I am. How'd you get started in doing comedy? That's the way I begin my interviews with the comics.
Thanks, man.
How'd you get into the business? And then we'll get to everything else. We'll get this over with.
The short answer is me and my buddies were in a band, and then nobody liked us. We talked too much. We were annoying.
Yeah. What was the band called?
We were called Tooks. Terrible, bad band name. Nobody knew how to pronounce
Tookus?
it. Yeah, kind of like that. Tookus. Talked too much, annoying, and then we just sort of stopped doing music and started just talking. And then we became a sort of a sketch troupe.
Down in Birmingham?
No, this is
Not
in
Birmingham,
this was in LA. We had moved to LA to get into showbiz.
As a band.
Well, we're like, let's make movies and stuff, but then we just started playing music
What
because
happened
that's
to
what we
those
were
other
doing in
clowns?
Alabama. They're still doing stuff with
Good.
me.
One of them's Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett. Yeah.
Who else? But you're friendly with
My
them?
buddies Clay Tatum,
Oh,
Bud Diaz,
Well,
Rodney
Clay
Berry.
directed your your
Yeah,
stand-up
yeah,
special.
yeah.
Which was very good.
Oh, thanks, pal.
It was
Thanks
very,
a lot.
it's very emotional.
Yeah.
It's,
It's a lot.
I was watching it, being like, I should do something like that, but I don't have that story.
Just make it up. None of it's
know.
true.
And it didn't ring true.
It's not true. My mom's doing great.
Yeah. The golden.
Golden one. Should have been the golden boy.
Not to be confused with The Golden Child, a film starring Eddie Murphy that I watched probably every day for a while when I was 12.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Always on TV.
Always on the HBO. Listen, let's talk about today's show. We are going to try to introduce Sopranos puns today, if anybody's interested in that, because we're still in the wake of the many saints of Newark. Everyone wants to say New York, but it's Newark. Doug.
Bad title for a movie, with all due respect.
All due respect.
Just call it Sopranos movie #1. You know what I mean?
How about Sopranos movie, one of many?
Or like Sopranos Wars.
Lil
kind of like
Soprano.
Star Wars. You
Lil
just
Soprano.
Rise of the Sopranos.
I mean, there is going to be another one,
Rise of
right?
the Sopranos.
Is there going
yeah.
to be a second one?
Who knows?
Because, I don't want to get
I wouldn't
away
mind
the
them taking
ending,
another
but,
whack at the bat with that idea. You know,
No pun
But
intended.
the thing,
they're gonna do a remake. Now listen. What do you know? The stock market's insane right now. It's going up. It's going down. You know what Tony said to his consigliere about this when he saw what was going on in the market? He goes, "Sell, sell, sell, sell." You understand that? Ooh, I love this song. Now, are you a Sopranos fan?
I've seen the first 3 seasons.
Okay.
Let me tell you where I left off. Chris sits on a dog.
Oh God.
And then
That's fucked up.
my friend who I was watching it with kept watching all of it. 'Cause
And
I
you
had to
said
go-
you bailed. You said I can't do
no,
this.
I
to you?
wanted to keep, but they just watched all of it, and then I sort of missed my window.
I see.
Biggest mistake of my life. I wish I could be talking about this many states in Newark with everybody, but
Nah, that's okay. Well, that'll be a time for you to just observe and sit back and enjoy the show as an audience member.
that'd be really nice.
I was just quick wondering. It's not about Sopranos, but it's about another. Like it's a movie and a book. But trying to remember the name of that guy. He was like a wizard, and I think it was from the Lord of the Rings. I think he's named Gandalf, isn't he?
Gandalf, isn't he?
Gandalf, isn't he?
Gandalf, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Gandalf, isn't he? Yeah, it is. That's correct, Vic.
Okay, I was
It is
just I
Gandalf.
just couldn't remember.
How about we take a quick zoomer, just say good morning and welcome to the show. A lot of people are excited to talk. Josh.
They've got
Josh-
puns.
Oh, you
They've
got somebody,
puns,
Matt?
Too. Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
John Galantini's got a pun for us already.
The great John Galantini calling in
excited.
from London, England, just married.
Hello, chaps.
Hello, chappy. How you
I
doing,
really
yeah?
enjoyed that Sopranos film. Did you guys all go and see it, or just some of you?
Everybody but Whit. It was not
Okay.
in the gang, but yeah, I think all four of
Right.
us went,
Yeah.
and Wes, Luke,
They're all there.
and
And
Yeah.
about 20 other
20 other
fabulous
patrons.
patrons.
they were
Yeah.
nice people. It was very lovely. The whole thing
I
was
spent
nice.
$48 on snacks.
On a pretzel.
On one
I
present.
got the Bavarian Legend.
So
Cool.
what do you
I've
got,
a
Johnny?
Sopranos pun for you.
What do you got? I gotta take this stupid watch off because I get bings and bongs on it.
So why did Tony Soprano phone Ghostbusters?
Why did Tony?
Because of the gabagool.
Oh, the ghoul.
Gabagool. Gabagool.
Ghoul.
Yeah.
That was one of my criticisms of the movie. They didn't mention Gabagool once.
No, I said this.
exactly.
I called into the Best Show,
Oh.
Tom Sharpling's show, and I said they did. I thought that showed great self-control, great restraint on behalf of
Okay.
David Chase. Let's not give them
Not so
everything.
much.
Huh?
Not so much in Junior Sopranos. You know, when he keeps on saying the C word.
Yeah.
Is that like his?
Well,
is
listen.
that like
Can I just
catchphrase
stop
now
you
or
there,
something?
John? I got to talk. I don't want the whole show to be. We got to have some structure here. First of all, I don't want to
Sure.
box out Whit. And I also want to talk Sopranos with our guest today, our other guest today, Drew Magary, or Magary. We're going to get to the bottom of that too.
Menagerie.
Excited about that.
So, John, I appreciate it. I just don't want to get into a discussion on that. You understand me?
I understand.
I understand. I understand.
I understand. It's okay.
All right. Let's move things along. Thank you, John. Are you well? How's married life?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's really good. I'm well. I'm happy. I'm working hard. I'm enjoying the show.
Kind of looking
What
like.
more do you want?
You know, he's kind of looking like his Joe Perry right now.
Oh,
with that hair.
yes, yes.
Kind of looks like
Yeah, with,
Joe Pesci.
no, Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
I've got a guitar.
Yeah, look at
Would you like to hear some Dire Straits?
Come on, give us a little
Yeah.
dunk.
Oh my God!
Oh, nice.
There you go.
That's cool.
That's
Do you
awesome.
like
He
Good
looks like
tone.
Wayne Coyne.
Oh, he does look like Wayne
yeah,
Coyne.
Wayne Coyne.
Wayne
Little Russell
Coyne.
Brand too.
Nah.
He's got a Russell Brand vibe. Trust
And-
me.
Todd Rundgren? Todd
Tyler.
Rundgren.
What is
Again,
going on with
Tyler.
Russell Brand
He
over
needs
there?
some,
He's starting like a cult, right? Feels like
Oh,
he's
it's
got
bad
a
he
news.
was-
It's bad
He
news.
got
Yeah.
very into politics like a couple of years ago, and then he kind of disappeared off the main
Getting
stream
yeah.
circuit.
Didn't he
I don't
say
know what
don't
he's up
vote?
to now, but he's
Yeah.
you know he's probably an anti-vaxxer. I don't know that for sure, but he's one of those.
Probably.
He's in that kind of area.
He's
isn't he?
dancing around the
Yeah,
anti-vax.
and he's sniffing his farts a bit too much too.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
All right, Chad.
Yeah.
All the best.
Okay, good to see you guys. Thank
All the
you.
best to your
for having me
lovely
on. Bye-bye.
bride as well.
There's one
Thank you.
part that they left out of the Sopranos
Oh,
movie.
what I just did I just
My too
ask?
low. Oh, it's too high.
Oh, you're okay.
Got to get my.
I'm sorry.
angle.
You're setting up yourself for a pun.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's this part that was in the book. I read the book, and
The book.
and yeah, there's this part where they met JFK. Like young Tony met JFK's wife. What's her name again? Jackie.
I sanctioned that.
Thank you. Had to get it in.
Hey, let's do the city of the day.
Oh shit.
The city of the day. Nice. This is Mark Knopfler on this track, by the way.
Doesn't use a pick.
No, he does not. Let's go through the guitar players who don't use picks in rock.
Ooh.
I can think of one. Jeff Beck is known for not using a pick. I can think of another. Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh yeah.
Courtney Barnett. I don't think she
Does
uses
she not use a pick?
I don't think so.
Donovan just uses his long fingernails.
Friend of show Matt Sweeney.
No pick?
No pick. He's
Wow.
a no pickman.
Yeah.
City of the day, Matt. Do we have somebody calling in?
Ooh, forgot about that. You do the sponsor, and I'll find us
Very
a city
good.
of the day.
City of the day is brought to you by Onionade. Move over, Lemonade. There's a new aid in town introducing Onionade from Minute Maid. Some idiot at the factory accidentally ordered onions instead of lemons. I don't know if you want to admit that in the ad. But the flavor scientists at Minute Maid knew just what to do. Onionade has just 2 ingredients, onions and delicious corn syrup. No annoying skins to peel and no chopping required, but you'll be crying plenty because Onionade is loaded with real onions. And try our extra pulp Onionade for a thick mouthful of the stuff. So when it comes to lemonade, orangeade, or Onionade, Minute Maid has the best AIDS! Oh, don't clip me out saying screaming AIDS.
I got what I needed. I got the
This
clip.
is a setup. You set me up. Also available in French onion, only available at grocery stores, all right? So go buy a box of that shit. What? It's another one of these ads that just tapers off at the end. I'm done. I did what I was supposed to. I did what I came here to do. I set him up on the AIDS drop. We don't like to make fun of these things, diseases, right? I don't think it's funny.
No, yeah.
I'm kidding, huh?
Charlie is our city of the day.
Oh, my son who celebrates his 5th birthday today, so please send Charlie all the best.
Is that true?
Really?
That is true.
Wow.
Happy birthday. That's a big one. 5.
5 is
That's
huge.
huge.
Do you remember your 5th birthday?
No.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Charlie, you're on the air.
Charlie.
Is
Show
this,
his
is this
pizza
my
for my
son,
fifth.
Charlie? That's
Different
my son
Charlie.
all grown
Oh,
up,
okay.
Charlie. This is what he's going to look like,
Daddy.
folks.
Hi, Daddy.
We've introduced,
Future son.
Yeah, we just paid for this with Zoom. They now do Zoom Futures. And we can
I
scale
hope
people up.
They just treated me well.
Yeah. How was what a great dad I was, huh?
Well, except for that camping trip when that one thing happened.
Hey,
that was.
let's not go there.
I'm city of the day, right,
Of course you are.
Daddy? I'm in a small town in northern Norway called Bodø.
Of course you are. A Buddha?
It's called Bodø, and it's a small city just on the Arctic side of Norway.
Are you from the U.S.?
Yeah, I'm from the U.S.
Okay.
What are you doing there?
I'm working at a university here,
Cool.
but
Do you speak Norwegian?
What are you teaching?
Can I do the
I'm teaching people about whales and things like that. Look, I don't
Take
want
a
to
break,
talk about
T.
myself here.
You're teaching
I have a
people about
very- I
whales.
have a-
What else is there to know? Look it up on the
Yeah, does
Wikipedia
anyone
at
have any questions about
whales.com.
whales?
Oh, maybe he's teaching
got
about
it?
the country of Wales.
Ooh.
You never know, T.
Look, so I wanted to ask a question about a show that I just finished last week, and I wanted to see if anyone here has seen it and if they have any opinions about it. It's called Squid Game.
Oh, everybody's talking
Oh,
about the
who's-
Squid Game.
Never heard of it.
I've heard.
So what's to it? Why is it blown up so much? And do you guys have any of you seen it? And do you have any opinions about it?
I
Yes.
saw it. I thought it was terrific. I mean, it's a very intense.
No
stress-
spoilers, please. I haven't watched yet.
I
Fair
haven't
enough.
seen it yet.
No stress. I mean, but this, if you look at the news, if it's on the front page of the news, it says the #1 show in the world or something. It's a phenomenon. You got to check it out.
Tim, did you
I'm-
did you find yourself fast forwarding at all? Because the pace is excruciating.
Yeah.
You were
I'm
from
clicking
this,
that
I don't know
little
what-
button, making it go
Doug,
10
you were
seconds.
born
10
in the
seconds.
wrong gen. You were such a little what is it? Gen Z.
Doug, sometimes
such
I
a little
skip
Gen
hedges.
Zer.
No, they stretch it out.
enjoy
It
it.
could be a feature film. It's great. I'm saying thumbs up, but geez, like move it along.
I thought it
Every
was
single moment has to be the most like drawn out, like suspenseful thing. It's like
I found it to be. I enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, it did get it gets a little procedural. I'll say.
Thank
maybe.
you.
Procedural.
I'm right.
But so Tim, or to the group, I wanted to ask, since you guys are Hollywood
But it's fucked up. I mean, it's fucked
It's fucked up.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like a nice
and
Black
I will
Mirror
say-
style show.
There's like, if you liked Parasite, it's in that. It's it's kind of in that mind space a little bit. Not only it's Korean, it's a Korean-made show, but it deals with class and the idea of this lower class, working class people who are like in debt and the culture there.
T.
And I just want to say this one thing.
Say one
that it's these
Charlie left.
these things, these shows and movies, whatever, that are like very canary in the coal mine situation. It's very like, this is if you look at the kind of shows people are really responding to, and the stuff that the original voices are really are putting out there on the edge of it's a bad sign. It's like there's shit rumbling out there that's gonna go haywire.
Well, we happen to have a hotline caller right now who is a professional TV guy.
Can I say one thing about it, though, T?
Can weigh in on this too. Are you there, Eric?
Oh, I want to guess it.
Or
Have
should I ask
guess
Matt if I could say
Who is
something
it?
about it?
Mr. Eric Wareheim, are you there?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Tim.
Eric,
How are you?
I'm good. What's going
I
on?
got bumped.
Are you still promoting your book?
No,
Okay.
that's why I'm calling. Well, two reasons. One, I feel like the show is a little slow today, so I wanted to call in and get a burst of
That's so
energy.
disrespectful.
No,
go ahead.
No, I love. Come on.
I knew that was the
I'm still no. It's not. I'm just still high off of my last appearance with you. I felt like it was really fun to hang out, and people really enjoyed it. Our chemistry.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to call. Yeah, I just kind of missed you, missed the Trinity. I just wanted to check in, and also I wanted to say that I don't need to promote stuff just to come on office hours.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I feel like I'm a little bit under the gun here with you. I apologize. I mean, let me ask you. Well, and I really don't want to take focus off of Whitmer. I don't know if do you know Whitmer socially? Do you know Whitmer Thomas? You'd like him.
I have not. I do like him.
Yeah.
Thanks,
a lot.
man.
I
Thanks,
don't
Eric.
really go out. So.
Right. I don't know.
Good to meet you.
Did you get into the Squid Game yet?
I have not. I started it, and I'm very excited. There's a lot of buzz about it.
A lot of
but
buzz.
I'm still watching it. Yeah, I got to watch the Sopranos thing.
You've not watched that
There's
yet
so
either.
much to watch. No, I got to watch. I started it. It was wild, but I'm really can't wait. There's so much TV to get into.
Speaking of TV I haven't seen yet, I have yet to watch your, you were on Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel last night. How was that?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm totally honest. It was, you know how like nervous I get about those TV appearances? Like for some reason, out of everything we've done, because we don't control it. We don't like direct it. You know, it's not really our audience. But me to be there by myself was even more terrifying because, you know, Tim Heidecker,
I can kind of run the pace on that. I'm a pace car on that.
Sometimes I could just sit back, let Tim go, pop a couple jokes in, do a funny face, and boom, we got the number one Colbert. Right. You know, like Clown Town was genius. But so I was there by myself, being like, "Holy shit, I got to do a whole interview." But it was great. You know, Jimmy was like, "Let me do a bunch of jokes." And
he's a fan and a friend and a supporter. So you're in friendly territory there. And, and nobody watches those shows anyway, so you can do whatever you want.
I know. I watched it at home at 12:35 a.m. And I was like, "Who the fuck is watching at this hour?" You know, nobody.
No, but it's great.
No one that wants to hear me talk about some bullshit.
Eric, can I say I want to thank you for if I could speak here real quick. I just want to say thank you for teaching me how to make a Heimburger. I made it for my wife the other night, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very
impressed. Did you get some afterwards? You
no,
know what I'm saying?
No, I did not. But yeah. But the biggest tip is the paper, whatever that kind of paper is you put on the burger, then you smash it down. It doesn't get stuck then. So life changing for me. Thank you.
That's the secret.
And the bacon.
Vic and I think we had a connection on the show with the Vic vision and just him asking me some questions. And I knew he had some cooking skills because he had a couple tips he gave me. So it was just a great appearance on Office Hours.
You know what really made the difference for me, or was really a game-changing moment for me, and it sort of has something to do with you, is you were wearing the lavalier out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched the playback, and you sound great. Your bass, the sound quality is terrific. And I said, guys, can't I just wear the fucking lav? Why do I have to have this microphone? And so now I'm wearing the lav.
I know.
And it sounds great. But the sound guy here goes, I don't know if it's gonna work. Why wouldn't it work?
Dude, the sound issues. The beginning of that show was the best. That was the most fun I've ever had, hearing you scream about your monitors. It was reminded me of being on tour when they would put feedback in your monitors. You would have a full freak out.
Well, that only happened, to be fair, that only happened once in Chicago. Yeah. It was like when I lost it. I was tired. I was over it.
About when you really. I just like when you lose it, whether it's you fake lose it, or you really lose it. It's
sometimes impossible to tell the difference. But that time in Chicago that you're referring to at the Vic, I was right by the monitor. Whit, you must have been in this situation. Right by the monitor, and I got blasted like a torture device in my ear with the feedback. Fuck this! Fuck it! The fuck! And stormed off. Because it was like I got punched in the ear.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
Well, it's nice to be able
the
to
last
tap
thing
into
you
your
want
emotions.
to
Like
perform.
that.
I was worried. Anyways.
Well,
Hey,
listen, guys.
Yeah.
I have to go, but I just want to call and say hi. I love the show. Thanks for having me the other week.
You're like the new John C. Reilly, because he
good
used to
work.
do this all the time. He used to call into office hours and bug me about the acai bowls. And then the joke was I would
Yeah.
hang up. But
I'm like Dumbo.
you call him whenever
I
you
think
want.
He's doing more of a bit, and I'm just calling it as friends. And that's what's important nowadays, is just to remember friendship and producer Matt and all that good stuff.
Right.
And
Well,
I'll
Matt
talk to you
knows.
guys
Matt
soon.
knows that you've got a special line in.
He does.
You've got the red
I
phone
love
there.
Let's put him right through it.
All right. Talk to you later. I'll see you maybe next
All
week.
right, bye. Yeah, definitely. Bye.
Whit, are you feeling like the focus has been pulled from your appearance?
No, I'm, a fan.
You're just riding the clock.
I was happy.
You're just watching the clock. You're like, if I could just get through this.
No, I love the burger talk. I love Eric. So I'm.
But
I'm just-
listen, big news after the break today. We're gonna get a song out of you.
Oh yeah.
Big new song, which
Big
I got
new-
to see.
big
I
new
did your,
song.
I did your show at the Largo the other night.
Yeah. Thanks for doing it, man. You're great.
Oh man, that was fun.
That Lenny Bruce.
Oh, I'm doing this bit now. I did it a few times now at Largo. I feel like I have a little bit of gold that I got that I don't want to give away.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Who cares? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tour that idea, but that is such a slam dunk of a bit.
It's a great bit.
It just delivers.
I don't see why you wouldn't tour that idea.
I just go out on the Lenny Bruce tour.
Just that idea.
Truly.
One
I mean,
bit.
you could milk it for an hour and a half if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
And I will just say it's all it is I play, there's this Bob Dylan song called Lenny Bruce. Everybody can go listen to it. Nobody knows it. So that's I say to the crowd, does anybody know the song Lenny Bruce? Nobody. One guy last night, I did another show at Largo last night. One guy in the front row who looks like a guy that would know this. I know it. But everybody else has just never heard this song. So then all I do is just sit there and play it, and we stop and talk about, because the lyrics are, you got to listen. Folks, if you want to listen to it, but also if you want to save it for when you have the opportunity to see me live, it's a good time. And at your show, John C. came out and sat with me, and he had never heard it, so I played it for him and got his first reaction. It's like a live reaction
But
video.
you do. I don't know if you know this, but you have a signature move that I noticed.
What is it?
When you're at the keys, you're like this because you're kind of at a weird.
It's a
angle.
weird angle. Yeah.
So every time you get to a weird part of the song that you need to comment on, or you don't even want to comment, you just want people to know, like, it's
Pay
getting
attention.
weird.
Yeah.
You go like this.
It's one of my moves.
So I think next time you do a comedy special, you need to have a camera just for the.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I should do a comedy special that's a little bit between my other one and your thing, where it's not a full-on character, but
This is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Drew is here.
Drew Magary's here. One more thought on that, just quickly, and forgot it, but it's important. What was it? Oh, well, thank you for doing an impression of me. I think it's something that doesn't get talked about enough, and we need more people doing impressions of me.
I got impressions of you all day, man.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, give me one.
Like,
I have so many great ideas.
I can't do a voice.
The
but
voice is nothing, because it's just there's nothing distinctive about my voice.
There is
Drew Magary, get over here.
Tim Heider.
Get in my house.
Here I am.
Get in my garage.
How you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alive and well. Thank you for having me aboard.
It's great to meet you.
It was funny. It
Are
was
you?
really
Are you?
good.
If you, no disrespect. No disrespect now. Are
You
you
can ask.
9 feet tall? Because the way your camera is, it looks like you're standing. It looks like you're a
Inches from the
giant.
ceiling.
I work from a standing desk. I was inspired, of course, by Donald Rumsfeld to do that. No, after my last back surgery, they said, "Well, how do you work?" And I was like, "Well, I work like every other human being. I sit in a chair and I hunch over a laptop, and I'm slowly drawn into the monitor until all my vertebrae pop. That's totally normal, right?" And he's like, No. He's like, "You should stand up at a desk." And I was like, "That's for losers and weirdos." but now I do it.
It's changed your life. Do you have a little like a cushiony thing for your feet, like you stand on a pad?
I bought one. We're already writing up old man shit. So I bought one and I was like, oh.
Oh, we're gonna talk old man shit all day. I mean, I'm not.
It'll be so good, my little standing mat, and then I never use it. So I spent $100 for nothing.
So do you ever take breaks and sit down? You must sit down a little bit.
No, I take breaks till I go into the fridge to see if there's food, and then there's no food, and then I go, fuck, and then I come back.
Where are you right now?
I tweet that there's no food anywhere.
Where in the country are you right now?
I'm in Bethesda, Maryland, the mean streets of Bethesda, Maryland. Very hard knock life here. Very tough, very difficult.
Yeah, what is that? What is Bethesda? That's like military?
No, I mean I live near Walter Reed, but it's basically the DC suburbs.
DC suburbs, okay.
Like if you're a lawyer and you live in DC, this is where you live.
Right.
Also, if you ever saw Breach,
George Washington,
the Billy Ray movie about the CIA guy, I think it was, I want to say Aldrich James, but oh no, it's about Robert Hansen. That's all set in Bethesda. So you can see all of Bethesda's fantastic architecture of shopping plazas and poorly designed metro stations and like hotels that have flags outside of them.
Right. Sort of semi-dignified places to stay for conventions.
Yes.
First of all, just so people understand who you are, would you consider yourself primarily a sports writer, or just like you write about kind of whatever you want to write about at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say writer. I used to not say that back when I was blogging because I was like, oh, writers are so pretentious. But I've written enough now where I count as a writer.
It's your
like,
job.
Whether I like
it's your vocation.
It's what I do. Yeah.
And you started, or not started, but you wrote for Deadspin, and then you guys all left and started your own subscription, like independent site.
That's right. Yeah, we all quit right around Halloween of 2019, and then a little less than a year later, we started Defector.com, which still exists and is still
is it thriving?
A viable business.
It's thriving.
Yeah. Like we can pay our own health insurance. Like
that's
we're not
amazing.
Die of starvation.
This is the future of like how interesting people work and do things, I think.
It is. We have disrupted the entire media industry, Tim. I mean, we're the next Nike. We're the next Aussie Media. Like Aussie Media is nothing.
So can you explain the Aussie Media thing? Because
anybody.
I don't know. Like I remember. Do you know anything about it?
No.
OZY. There's certain things that happen in Twitter world where I miss like a day of Twitter, and then it's like you forget trying to catch up on what the hell is going on.
Right, or you're really glad that you just weren't there for it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have to give a fuck about any of it.
But that was some new media venture that was what, like a Ponzi scheme, or is it just nothing? It was just...
Yeah, it was one of those media things. It was run by a dude named Carlos Watson, who talked it up as like the next big media venture and stuff like that. But nobody had ever read any of their shit.
Right.
But he kept getting all this VC funding because he knew lots of people. He was good at like schmoozing or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And it turned out that like all their numbers were fake, like in terms of readership, but also they had a show of his called the Carlos Watson Show, and they said it was one of the biggest shows on YouTube. But that was only because they paid to have it be the pre-roll ad before you watched a YouTube video. So like there would be a pre-roll ad that was 3 hours long.
Oh shit! Yeah. That's not nice. That's not fair.
It wasn't even a real show. It was snippets from old like conference chats he had like panel talks with like famous people who didn't even know that they were going to be used for that.
I'm so suspicious when I see something like that Tim Pool. You know Tim Pool?
I mean, I'm suspicious of all Tims.
Right. No, Tim Pool is this like right-wing grifter guy who's got a YouTube show, and he has a live show that he does on YouTube every day. And it's nothing but, it's so boring, but they just talk about, everything you can imagine that dimwit right-wingers talking about. How there's this, conspiracy with the vaccination, all this stuff. But he has like 50,000 live viewers a day or something at times. But then he gets those YouTube tips. Those, what are they called? Super chat
chats,
things.
yeah.
And there's like money flying in there, like hundreds and thousands of dollars.
It's believed to be like
but
bots.
this is what I'm saying. It seems like
yeah.
it's bots that are putting money
Like
into the
he's
tip
doing
tak.
it, yeah.
So like people are like,
To
oh,
inspire
I'm gonna
people,
join.
yeah.
You know, it feels like that confirmation.
Yeah, like why would
bias
you
or
give
something.
somebody $500? Like that's just asking dumb questions.
There's a lot of grifts out there.
I am not.
I'm also like, because
smartest man.
I have 3 kids and they watch people on YouTube. They don't watch like right-wing grifters, but they'll watch like people play like Minecraft. Yeah, fucking wrecked this Enderman and all that stuff. And I'm such an old man. I'm like, I can't watch another person like play a fucking video game.
Well,
like,
it's funny you bring this up because I want to talk about the Dodgers with you real quick.
Okay.
And baseball because you're a sports guy. People
Yes.
hate it when I talk baseball. But somebody was talking. A friend of mine was saying he's got a teenager and he's like he walks in and he's watching him play he's watching his son watch somebody play video games online, and his dad's like, "What are you doing, man? It's a total waste." He's like, "Dude, you sit and watch baseball. What is the difference?" And he goes, "Well, it's a big difference." He goes, "No, it's not. It's literally you're watching some other people do something."
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I watch video games.
You watch
People
video
play
games?
video games better than I could
Yeah.
ever play them. I like
also
watching
there's, like-
Batman whoop ass.
I don't know if it's a definitive like line, like in age, but like it's wherever the point is between people who consider esports actual sports and people who don't.
Right.
And I don't. Like I
You
want to. I want to be inclusive of e-gamers.
Yeah.
But then I watch them, on TBS. I'm not watching this shit. Fuck.
I just gave Doug a wink. I was like, "We get the organ. We get it." Or was that Vic?
No, it wasn't me this time.
It wasn't me.
By the way, I apologize to all the gamers watching.
They're busy
Don't be
playing games.
canceled by
Vic.
gamers.
Yeah, that was
And yes, everybody's going to say you're wrong on this. And who are we? We are just mortal men. But let's just say, how about them Dodgers last night? How about that game? Did you watch it?
I watched 2 innings of it and then I went to sleep because I'm tired and brain damaged. But I woke up and I was like, I always have this thing where if I'm watching like a Sunday night football game or a baseball game and like the lead seems kind of out of hand, then I've given myself moral permission to bail.
Sure.
And be like, I don't have to watch it. And last night's game wasn't even like that. It was 1-1 for like 7 innings or something.
Well,
so I had
wait a minute. It was 1-1 for 9 innings.
It was 1-1 for 9 innings. So I had a responsibility to stick around as a sports writer.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
That
so I should be
sucks.
fired.
Well, I was watching it. I was backstage at Largo last night, and I was watching it on a little iPhone that was set up against on the table there, and just like it was like I was like in the olden days when you're watching it on a little tiny TV or something, and I had to be quiet because there was a show going on, and I'm all in on the Dodge. I've just become a big fan. I love watching the games, and I was so it was a walk. I mean. When do you get to see a walk-off homer in the playoffs? It doesn't happen. It's like a fun, really special thing.
Especially in an all or nothing game, it's fucking great.
I know. I mean, yeah, it's essentially a game 7 in one game, and holy shit! At home at Dodger Stadium with Chris Taylor, who's been slumping, 2 outs. Like Cody Bellinger gets on first. He's been slumping. So it's like, it was just one of those magical moments. And I was there and I could not, I had to go, what? But, and then I fucked up. I went out on stage. I had to go on right after that, like 5 minutes later. And I knew Andy Richter, who was hosting the show, I knew he was watching and interested in the game. And so I said, Andy, I got great news. Dodgers just won. And somebody in the audience goes, well, thanks a lot.
Like they had on DVR.
Yeah, like
no spoilers.
Sorry, bro. Like, if it matters that much to you, just don't go to this stupid show.
When you normally watch a Dodgers game, like, do you make bro sounds like I do? Like, do you like pump your fist and you're like, "Fuck yeah"?
Yeah,
like,
I get so people don't expect this out of me because I'm like a weirdo, arty guy, folky. I'm weird spaghetti guy. He's into art. He must just be into weird art movies. But I get real broed and testosteroned out watching these baseball games. It's the only sport I really watch. But ooh, fuck yeah! That shit's coming out of me all the get here, come on, fucking go!
Calm down.
It's fun. It's fun to let the inner bro.
So fun. And you know what happened? My daughter, who's 8, she just had her first baseball practice. We signed her up for a little league, if you will.
What's it called?
Like baseball?
Yeah,
Like
baseball.
hardball?
Yeah,
With an 8-year-old?
yeah.
Like, do they pitch or is it off a tee?
It's the coach throws it in.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's really cute. And but I showed up there.
Another 8-year-old throwing heat at her.
No,
chin.
there's no 8-year-old pitching going on. And there were kids younger than that. But I showed up just to watch, but it was pretty disorganized. And the guy that was the coach, I just said like, hey, hey coach, you need some help? You know, you want some help here? So I came on the field and became sort of like the assistant coach. I was like first base coach. You know what I mean? Like
it's awkward, right?
It's not. I loved it. I was right in. I was just there like, come on, let's go, bring it in, let's do it, come on. And like I was like, I think I'm gonna take over this coach position. Because I think the coach.
Did you demand that there be chatter amongst the players?
Come on now. Come on, bring it in. And then when anybody hit the ball, because then we did a little scrimmage with this other team that was there. Any kid connected, I go, oh! Like, oh, run, come on, fucking run!
Did you get to do the base coach?
Yes,
Like,
totally.
great.
Come on, go.
Come around.
But it was great, and my daughter was so happy and like excited that I was a part of it. I can't wait to go back. And yeah, that coach his days are numbered. Because I'm like, you know what we could do is we could get a little base running, you know, like, anyways. Your book, I want to get to your book, but I do want to talk about The Sopranos. The book is, I have no research here. Tell me everything about it. The night the lights went out. That's cool that it's not backwards. I was imagining you put that up and it would be the mirror image.
Everybody, by the way, everybody I know asks if that's me. It's not, but it's a good representation of what happened to me.
So what happened to you?
I was at the Deadspin Awards in 2018, and we had a little after party at a karaoke bar, and I went to the bathroom to take a piss, and I collapsed. And I shattered my skull in 3 places.
Jesus Christ.
I shattered the temporal bone, which is the hardest bone in the body. It sheared through my inner ear and rendered me deaf, which is why I have this. And nobody saw.
You're deaf in one ear, or?
I'm deaf in one ear, but this is a cochlear implant to correct it.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, my Deadspin colleagues, they walked out into the hall. They saw me there, like on the floor with a pool of blood behind my head, like a Coen Brothers movie, and they're like, "Holy shit!"
You just got whacked.
They rushed to save my life because the paramedics were like, "Well, this guy's drunk," and like they bumbled me out, like they had to carry me out on a gurney, like up concrete steps, and they're like, "Oh my god, holy shit!" And then they got me to the hospital, and it turned out the hospital was the wrong hospital to treat a brain hemorrhage, and so they had to drive me to another hospital, like I was Homer Simpson, like crashing into the tree in an ambulance. And anyway, so then I was in a coma for 2 weeks, and then I was in the hospital for another 3 weeks, and then I had to spend a year recovering and learning to be a person who was deaf and couldn't smell. And couldn't taste I couldn't taste like bacon anymore and shit.
So you had well, just put the gun in my mouth at that point. I mean, if you couldn't taste bacon, goodbye. No. So what was it? An aneurysm?
It was a hemorrhage, a brain bleed. So
and you were just.
They don't know whether or not my fall was caused by the hemorrhage or vice versa. To this day, there's still no explanation.
And do you remember like the moment you dropped, or is it just
no? I just remember walking out into a hallway, and then I woke up in the hospital, and there was a nurse there, and I thought it was the next day, and I thought I had gotten into like a fist fight and lost while I was drunk or something. And I said to the nurse, I was like, "What day is it? It's December 6th or whatever." And she's like, "No, it's December 19th. You've been in a coma for 2 weeks." And I said, "What?" I said, "Excuse me?"
Shit.
And it was like, and I was like, shit, like, because also like I had a train to catch the next day, so I was like, "Oh, I missed the train." And like I had a rental tux for the awards. I was like, I hope someone returned the tux and I don't get fined for it.
Are you a family man? Are you you have kids or anything like that?
Yeah, my wife and three
you
kids,
said
and they were in Maryland when it happened, and my wife had to come up, and the people who owned Deadspin at the time, they got an Airbnb on the Upper West for her and my kids to essentially relocate to while I was in the coma and recovering in the hospital, and they had to essentially commute between Maryland and there while I learned how to like stand up again.
Jeez, was there a period like right away where there was concern if you like they're like this he might not make it, or because you're in a coma, right? There
was so I had a brain hemorrhage, and basically my surgeon told me after the fact was that it's usually something that people can recover from if they're operated on 4 hours from the moment of injury, from the moment of impact. I was operated on 6.5 hours after I suffered the injury.
That's more than 4.
And then afterward, the doctors told my family, they're like, listen, he will survive from this, but we don't know what's going to happen when he wakes up. If he wakes up. Like there was possibility of a vegetable.
How old are your kids at this time?
My kids are currently 15, 12, and 9. So they were like, so this was like 2 or 3 years ago. So, subtract or whatever.
Yeah.
And so she had to deal with,
we'll have Vic on that. Vic, get on that math.
And she pulled him out of school for a bit. And my daughter, her choir teacher, gave her an F for missing like a recital or something.
Give me her. Let's dox her. Let's dox her. Give me the whole.
It wouldn't excuse her. Excuse her.
I want the name. I want her address. I want the phone number. We're doxing the shit out of this woman. Fuck her. That's crazy. Listen. Everybody has trouble. Everyone has problems. So you're not unique. But
no, I'm not special. We've all been there.
Witt's had terrible tragedy in his life.
Yeah, I lied about all of it. But
But well, everybody should check out the book. We didn't get a copy. Son of a bitch.
Oh, I think they're
going to have to buy one.
That's on me. So I apologize for that. But the book, I swear, is not. If I'm pitching it to you, you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's about a guy who got sick." That's not gonna be any fun. Okay. But I swear to God, I tried to make it as entertaining as I possibly.
Well, you're an entertaining writer. I enjoy you on Twitter, and I enjoy reading your articles, even though this last one made me very upset.
Because of the Sopranos.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Do you like the movie?
Here's what I felt. There's a little backstory that needs explaining. I just was in Italy working on a movie with Alessandro Nivola.
Oh, well, didn't know he was chums with you.
Yes, so this is a problem. But I'm sorry for the audience that I've told this story, but the short version of it is when we were having dinner, first met the guy, very first time I met this guy, I randomly brought up the Sopranos movie. Now this is over the summer, so the trailer hadn't come out, the poster hadn't come out. Randomly brought it up because we were talking kind of about how movies were coming out and whether there were going to be people back in the theaters.
I wonder the food sucks.
And I said, "What's going on with that Sopranos movie?" And I did not know he was in it. I didn't know anything.
He's the lead.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in it. And he goes, "Oh, I think it's coming out in October." And he goes, and I said, "I don't think people are going to be running out to the movie theater to see that movie." And he's like, "Are you fucking with me?" Like, I go, "What?" He goes, I'm like the lead in the movie." And it was awful. It was like this awful stomach dropping moment. But he thought it was hilarious. And it turns out he's a really great guy, super great. And I was just rooting for him. And I just felt like, I thought he's great in the movie. I think you would concede that.
He's fantastic in the movie, and I can even.
Oh, you're calling it a movie now?
He's so good looking.
Look at this guy. He's calling it a movie.
You believe the balls on this prick.
The fucking guy goes online on Twitter now. You hear about this? He goes, "The Sopranos movie's not a movie." I get it. You got to get people to click. I understand.
But Nivola was a classmate of my brother's at Yale. Mm. So there's my connection to it. So I was rooting for him to be good in it. And he was. And he was good.
Listen, so the gang and I, we have our patron here. The gang and I invited 20 patrons to go see it in the theater. And so we had a fun Friday night at the movies. I hadn't been back in the movie theater since the pandemic. So it was the first time I was back in the movie theater. we, had our popcorn and we had friends there, and we just had fun with it. Like I kind of divorced myself of caring whether it was a good movie or a bad movie or just anything. I went along for the ride. I had low expectations because I think it's an impossible task considering the show. It's just like, don't expect this to be good. Don't expect this to be anything. And I was impressed with it. I thought it was funnier than I was expecting. I thought Vera Farmiga was fantastic as the mom. I thought there were 3 or 4 really good scenes. I thought the beach scene no spoilers. I thought that scene was impressively. There was moments where it reminded me of the show in ways that I wasn't expecting. But whatever. I just think people say, well, how can you have a perspective on this because you're such a fan of the show? Well, how can I divorce myself of my feelings for the show? And why would I? And why would it matter? It is a fan. It does play to the fans. And I will say the other thing is I liked the things that I didn't like about it. I enjoyed the things that I didn't like about it. They were fun too. I liked that I didn't like Ray Liotta in it.
Yeah.
I half liked him. He was great.
The second half was great. First half, I go to Doug. I'm like, yikes, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, you said.
What'd I say?
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but there was a part where you're like, luckily we don't have any more. We don't have to see him anymore.
Right.
But then we did.
And I thought the ending was bumpy and weird. Yeah. But I was just like, whatever. I know you gotta. It just feels like one of those critic-proof movies a little bit. But go ahead, Drew. I'll let you counter.
The other thing is that I watched it at home on HBO Max.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you got to have a Bavarian legend.
Yeah, I know.
You got to watch it at the base.
That was the problem.
Right. Because also the other thing is that you had sort of the LA movie experience, right? I went to one of the premieres of Proof of Life with Russell Crowe and Meg Ryan, which is a totally average movie, but I saw an LA premiere of it, and the audience was all fucking fired up and going nuts for every scene. And I was like, this movie fucking rules. And then I walked out of it. And then 2 hours later, I was like, the movie kind of sucked, actually. But I had such a nice time while I was there. I was
true.
I totally remember.
That's what I said. Tim, you asked me what I thought of it. And I was like, I loved it. Because I loved the experience, just getting out and seeing people. And I hadn't been in the movies for 3 years.
I like that the son is playing the dad. That's important cool. to me. I think that's important. Nice.
Did you guys have any problems being in a movie theater for the first time since the pandemic? Because I did that for the Bourdain documentary. And I was so happy to be back in the theater. I got popcorn.
Yeah.
And I went to the butter pump 9,000 times. I was so horny for butter popcorn.
Doug, you want to explain what you got? This is a huge condiment, or not condiment.
I spent $48 on condiments. I got not condiments on treats. I got a Bavarian Legend, which is a 1.5 pound pretzel.
Yeah.
A small popcorn, peanut M&Ms for Tim, and a large drink.
Yeah, $48. What's it called? The Bavarian Legend?
Bavarian Legend.
It was this pizza the size of it was a pretzel the size of a small pizza.
Wait a minute, it smells so good.
Tim, do you know what sport?
I liked it. I mean, I didn't feel I had the mask on. I'm vaccinated. Whatever. I felt safe.
Yeah, I went to the movies before the Delta wave hit, so I haven't been back since.
Right.
I definitely took. I'm gonna keep the mask on while I'm watching the movie. But there were only 3 people in the theater besides me, so 5 minutes in, I was like, oh fuck this.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Listen. It's like I said. It feels a little like it's. People are gonna have. I don't know.
The ending stressed me out when they started the theme song, because then I'm looking at Tony Soprano's kid and what he looks like. And there's this huge chunk of time until he looks like James Gandolfini, right? I mean, you know what I mean? There's
the timeline was weird. I will say the thing that didn't
feels
click,
like there's something
the
missing.
thing that I really didn't like plot-wise was, and we're just gonna spoil this. Fuck you if you haven't seen it. Whatever. It's been out a week. But Junior whacking Dickie over what? That little remark. It just felt like that wasn't
what else
earned,
was there?
Right?
Yeah.
I actually liked that part because it was it was suitably petty.
I don't care that
it's important that we disagree at
every turn.
Actually, I thought Alessandro Nivola was terrible.
Yeah. What a miss. I also thought that woman, the Italian woman, was really good too. Like, I don't know, she was.
She was, yeah. I thought she was good.
Anyways,
it felt like a jumble of parts that didn't quite cohere.
I understand.
Swinging a mess. Tim, there's this one scene they left out where the young soprano was playing his sport. Do you know what sport he was playing?
What sport was he playing?
T-ball.
No, it sucks.
There was another part they cut out where Tony got this new CD player. And this,
Whit laughed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. No, excuse me, Vic. Excuse me. I'll tell you. If they ever put this up on Broadway, I think it would win a Tony.
Today.
Hello. If they ever put The Sopranos on Broadway, I think it would win a Tony.
What tenor will they be singing in?
No. Wait.
They're gonna do. I mean, that was one of the things about the movie was that you kind of tell they're gonna make a sequel to the prequel or make a spin-off. Like they're gonna Star Wars it into like.
You think so?
Chase said maybe. Chase said maybe.
Well, is it a success? Let me ask you. Do you know? Would you? I mean, I know that critics are beating up on it, and the LA Times did this dumb. Sir, there's a lot of shit I hate about the state of film criticism right now. Like, I think it's like some of the stupidest shit in the world, with like the Rotten Tomatoes and the rankings and shit like that. Some of it is just so mean and stupid and pointless. But like the LA Times did this thing, what went wrong with The Sopranos? And they had 3 writers talk about it. But there's never a perspective from a person that just liked it, which is, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there.
I mean, that's exclusionary and really almost racist when you think about it.
Yeah. But wait.
We got to go.
Is it what? Is it considered a hit?
I don't. Box office wise, I don't think it made a lot of money. So
I was right.
I'm sure a bazillion people watched it on HBO Max.
Right.
So I don't know what the metrics are anymore. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know how to know if anything. Like, I guess Squid Game is a smash because.
Yeah, I mean, but also there are like movies like that don't make any money here, but the foreign rights are sold before they're even released anywhere, and they turn a profit that way. And then there's a sequel, and you're like, well, how that fucking Ooey Ball movie?
Yeah,
I was like 3 sequels, and that's why. So the economics of it are completely lost.
I like if you go on a plane and they show the movies that are like, they have every movie now on planes, and you put them in alphabetical order. And I was looking at this a couple weeks ago. I was on a flight, and there's like 3 Bruce Willis movies out right now that are like never heard of them. They're like weird action sci-fi movies that are just like they're all competing against each other. It's like, who is watching this? But
he has a deal. He'll do any movie for $1 million.
Is that right?
Yeah, if he can shoot it in 2 days for $1 million, he'll do it.
He does all these direct-to-video movies, even though video doesn't exist anymore, and they're all shot in like Chechnya.
Yeah, he drops in. They parachute him in, and he's out in 2 days. Drew, we have to go, and I have to let you go. Thank you so much for doing this.
Pleasure to be here.
And
thank you for having me on.
Good luck with the book, and good luck with Defector. That's I'm so glad people like you are out there shaking it up, shaking the media landscape up, saying fuck you to the gatekeepers.
That's right. Beating the man. And we can disagree civilly about a Sopranos movie.
Absolutely.
Anytime you want. So thanks so much, guys. I really
this guy's going to go out to his car and get pang, pang right in the back, 2 in the back. All right, Drew. And folks,
petty whacking.
We'll be back in 5.
Oh, wait. It's a quick show biz to take care of. Sorry, Drew. We're off next week.
Yes,
everyone should know that. But John Glazer, a.k.a. New York Jonathan, will be doing a patron-only Zoom hang next Thursday at 10.
Isn't that nice of him?
It's going to be fun.
That
Sorry, back to you, Tim.
Back to you, Matt. We are going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back with your Zooms. Whitmer is going to play us, a beautiful new tune. Talk some more. I hope you're having a good time.
Having a blast.
Great.
Excited.
Fucking Casey Kasem.
And Doug, take it away with some fun music.